If you're a PC gamer and you think of gaming products, ROG is a word that just immediately comes to mind. It should be no surprise, then, that the ASUS ROG Phone 8 Pro is a fantastic gaming phone, but it's surprising just how ahead of the curve it is. Compared to the ROG Phone 7, the 8 Pro has a slightly more mainstream design. It's not as angular or aggressive, but still has some flashy elements here and there. In terms of specs and performance, it's better in every way. It features a better display, faster performance, and improved cameras. There's also the standard ROG Phone 8, which has a lower amount of storage and a complete lack of LEDs on the back. Speaking of which, yes, this phone has a customizable LED matrix screen on the back. You can completely disable it if you don't want the extra attention, but it's a nice addition that adds some uniqueness to the design. You get the proud Republic of Gamers badge at the back. Other than that, it's a large phone, as big as the S24 Ultra. The camera bump is quite significant, but the overall phone is thinner and lighter than last year's model. Of course, as this is a ROG phone, you still get the headphone jack and dual USB-C ports. One of these USB ports is at the bottom, and the other is in the middle of the left side of the phone. This means that when you're playing a game in landscape mode, you can just plug in a cable in that side port so it's out of the way while gaming. As for the display, this is where things get a bit over the top. You get a 6.78-inch OLED with a 165Hz refresh rate and a resolution of 1080 by 2400 pixels. On top of that, you get a ridiculous 2500 nits of peak brightness, support for HDR10, LTPO, meaning it can downclock to 1 Hz, and a blazing fast ultrasonic fingerprint sensor under the display. The punchy colors, high brightness, and the buttery smooth 165Hz refresh rate make it incredible for playing games or watching videos. That's not where the madness ends, though. To power that excellent screen, you get a whopping 24GB of RAM, a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, 512 gigs of fast UFS 4.0 storage, and some sweet stereo speakers to further improve the experience. Needless to say, this phone is very snappy and reactive. It can play Genshin Impact at max settings with 60 FPS, and can handle just about any game you throw at it. As for battery life, the 5500 mAh cell is a bit smaller than the ROG Phone 7's 6000 mAh capacity, but it manages to outperform its predecessor because of better optimization. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is surprisingly efficient, and ASUS's internal cooling system keeps it at cool temperatures. This allows the phone to outperform the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra in terms of battery life. The cherry on top is that it comes with a 65-watt charger out of the box. Now, the software experience on this phone is a bit of a mixed bag. You do get extra features, such as Game Mode, the Armory Crate app that allows you to adjust CPU and GPU performance, and a host of different AI features. Unfortunately, you only get 2 years of full Android updates and 4 years of security updates. Other flagship phones are much better in this regard. The cameras are another department where the ROG Phone 8 Pro falls short in comparison with flagships from Apple, Samsung, and Google. Its main 50-megapixel sensor produces colorful and vibrant images, but the detail is a bit softer than something like a Pixel 9 Pro. The ultra-wide and telephoto sensors don't do much better either. So, the ROG Phone 8 Pro is easily the best gaming phone on the market, as if the 24 gigs of RAM weren't enough to convince you of that. However, at around the same price, you can get the iPhone 15 Pro Max or the Pixel 9 Pro. Both of these phones will have better cameras and longer software support. With that said, neither of them has a headphone jack or the exceptional battery life and performance seen on the 8 Pro. To sum it up, if you want the best gaming smartphone out there, the ROG Phone 8 Pro is the right choice. It's expensive, but for those who prioritize performance, battery life, and a headphone jack over camera or software updates, it's a fantastic choice. To sum up, what I like is the top-tier performance, the phenomenal battery life, the unique design with LED matrix, and the jaw-dropping 165Hz OLED display. On the downside, it's very expensive, weak camera system compared to other flagships, and lackluster software support. Ratings: Design, 9 out of 10. Performance, 10 out of 10. Display, 10 out of 10. Software, 7 out of 10. Cameras, 7.5 out of 10. Value, 7 out of 10. For an overall rating of 8.5 out of 10.